started dancing because it was just something to get me out of daycare for an hour. But since my first class, I just knew I wanted to do it.
What was it about dancing?
I don't really even know. It was just fun. It was just something, to do to express yourself in something. It was fun to just move, just to be able to run around and,
Did you take to a particular form of dance?
Ballet.
Ballet right away?
More ballet, yeah.
That was it?
Yeah, I took tap a little bit. I still take modern, but it's nothing like ballet still.
Is it the movement, the music, the expression,
A little
all of
of
it?
both, yeah. Or just everything about it. I just love it.
How did you find a role in a ballet company?
I first came here when Moscow Ballet came to do the Nutcracker. I was in 3rd grade. And I came and auditioned and got a part. And been here ever since.
So what kinds of things have you learned? How have you seen yourself grow as a dancer?
Not only you learn a lot of dance, of course, but I think dancers tend to mature fast just being here. You're in a very controlled environment all the time. Very structured, and you learn time management a lot because you're here all the time. You have to learn how to balance everything.
Do you find yourself, no matter where you might be, thinking about dance or maybe working on a step? Let's say you're standing waiting for somebody, all of a sudden you find that you're always trying to move?
I'll stand around at work and start, moving around, and everyone kind of laughs at me, but, they know that that's what I love.
So dancers do.
Yeah.
So are you going to continue this
Yes.
as a career?
Yep, hopefully.
What are your goals?
I'll be going to Goucher College to study dance and dance therapy. And I hope to do kind of like a physical therapy type thing, but more geared towards dance for children with physical and mental handicaps.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you think kids get out of dance?
I think kids dancing here they love it. It's fun. They meet their friends here, and you meet friends here that you keep forever, and they get to play around and they learn it themselves. And then the kids watching it, usually when they come to shows, they start dancing themselves when they see these girls on stage, and they're, oh, I want to do that. So
last spring you performed Goodnight Moon, which so many people know the book. How do you put that on a stage? What kind of process is it?
A lot of that was Jenny. She did all the, she wrote out all the, steps of what she wanted to do, added this in here, and, stuff like that. For us, it was, we all read the book, and we all learned it and all the parts of it, and just...
Was it a book you were familiar with?
Yes. Yep. Of course.
And at first, did you think, how are we going to put this on a stage?
Yes. Everyone asked that same question. I said, how are we going to do that? But she always makes it work. So.
Jennifer's amazing that way, isn't she? She can put anything on the stage, I think. And so how does the process begin of putting things together, people getting their parts, and having it all come together for a performance?
Well, we all have an audition. Everyone comes, and it's about 30, 45 minutes, and we have a little mini class. And then for about a week or so, everyone asks Jenny, when's the cast going up? When's it going up? And finally goes up, and you get your schedule, and Jenny has a whole storyline written out with all the music, and we come and rehearse every weekend and learn the choreography week by week. And about a week before, we're here pretty much every day rehearsing and getting it together.
Tell me about your part.
I was a crescent moon, and I partnered with Unar, who's our ballet teacher, and he was the moon. It was the cow jumping over the moon page. And we had a duet together.
I mean, the pages are so short; they're just about a sentence or two on each page. So how do you stretch that into a dance?
That was, Unar choreographed it, and him and Jenny. The main thing, Jenny wanted us to come on stage looking like the cow jumping over the moon, but Unar being the cow and me being the moon, that was a little difficult. So it took some time and some different stretches of it to find what works and what looks appropriate. But
you really have to think outside the box.
Definitely.
When you dance, don't you?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, because you learn the basics, I suppose, in class and that kind of thing, but then it becomes so much more, doesn't it?
Right.
And so how did the whole performance come together then?
It was great. It was a lot of fun. I think everyone enjoyed it. it's fun to, if you know the book, to watch it and you know what's coming next, you know who's going to be up, and it was a lot of fun.
Who did you perform for?
We had 2 public shows, and then we also had the show for the school kids, which was a lot of fun.
What kind of reaction do you get when the kids first sit down? Because I'm sure they probably, maybe they know the book, but they don't know what to expect.
Right. It's fun. Shows with the schools are a lot of fun. They definitely show more reaction to everything. There's a lot more laughter and more oohs and ahs at their favorite part, and you can definitely tell what they're thinking throughout the whole thing.
Can you see little faces? Can you
a little bit
break out of your own thought?
You see the first couple rows, and it's fun to watch their faces definitely as they're dancing.
Do you ever hear since you've been here since 3rd grade, do you have the kids come in and say, oh yeah, I saw a ballet performance and now I want to dance?
Yes, definitely, all the time. That's a lot of what brings them in, the younger ones. And I've actually had someone come up to me when I was at work, oh, I saw you in the ballet and I'm going to go take dance now, and blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah, they definitely get drawn from the shows.
That must be kind of inspiring for them and fun for you, too.
It is. It's nice to hear it. Definitely.
So where could your career take you? Where could it go from here?
Not sure yet. I hope to continue dancing after college, of course, and hopefully along with dance therapy I can also find something like RBT, if not RBT, to keep dancing and do shows and teach classes for kids.
Is this a kind of a unique experience, RBT?
Definitely. Everyone here is very, very close family here, and it's a lot of fun. You learn and have fun at the same time, definitely.
Cox was the first to bundle all their digital services. They're the best when it comes to customer satisfaction. And more Cox customers choose them for digital cable, high-speed internet, and digital telephone.
And that's something worth celebrating.
You got a permit for this parade?
I don't see any parade.
Cox Connections, where everything digital comes together.
Welcome back. For many cultural organizations, the big question is, how do you keep people coming back? For the Roanoke Ballet Theater, it means thinking outside the box.
I've been on this 3-year quest to look into popular culture as a means of creating new ideas in dance. It was a little bit like, oh, okay.
It's part of our mission to bring dance to the community in all of its array of variety.
I felt like we accomplished our goal by bringing more people in to see dance.
Do you think that in order to survive, a ballet company in this day and age kind of needs to think out of the box, needs to think beyond what those boundaries maybe the typical person has set for it?
Mm-hmm. I really do. And there's a quote that I always use when I write grants by the president of the Kennedy Center, and he basically said that. He said, you know, this is a challenging time for the arts. If we want to keep people interested and we want to keep them coming back, we have to think of ways to interest them and do something that's different and exciting and makes them question what they thought art was about. And I really do think that's true.
What's coming up?
Coming up is our
little teaser for RBT.
Coming up is our mobile project, where we will use a little bit of what we learned in aerial, and we'll suspend dancers from a 50-foot tall steel structure that looks like a mobile, and that'll be very exciting.
It's a little out of the box.
It is. It is. We'll be doing something more traditional for Christmas time. And we'll do a story ballet for the spring. And right now we're looking at Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, so it might be that.
Something different then.
Right.
Snow White, but something like you've never seen Snow White
That's
before.
right. Modern day.
And that's our show. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Collage.